Would be time for more Elden Ring. We only have an hour. It's kind of funny to say that we only have an hour. Normally it's a pretty good chunk of time, but this game, I don't know, an hour feels like 5 minutes. It's gone before you know it.
Without one.
It's gone before you know it. Alright. What do we do? So we pushed the main quest line already. Everybody changed their dialogue, right? Gideon changed the dialogue. The question is, if I do Morgoth here, if I do Leyndell, do I push towards the end of the game? Or is it not how it works? Or I don't know, because I'm wondering what is the correct... The camera's too bright, a little bit too bright. Just wondering what is the quote-unquote like correct order of doing stuff. Did this reset? Just wondering why it's so bright. I guess this is gonna be good. And if I'm supposed to do Leyndell now, before I do Montgelmir, for example, and before I venture, I mean, there's a lot of land, like a lot of things to do beyond Leyndell, so it cannot be the end of the game, right? Or can it be for, like, you know, if you want to do like a very quick run and that's it? So I'm a little bit confused as to what to do here, kind of, really, right? But yeah. Let's just explore Leyndell. Let's just do that. I think. But before that, let me go back to Fort Height and see if this guy changed any, like this NPC change at all. Oh yeah, and I wanted to go back to Montgelmir, talk to the lady there, actually accept her offer, because I figured, like, even if it leads me to a different ending or something, I can... Usually in Souls games, you can unlock the endings and then still choose which one you want in the end. So we may as well do that, just to learn their story and quests and stuff, and see if we actually like them. Right? I like how this guy's living with those beasts here, and then they just attack you normally when you try to go to talk to him. Okay, he's still here.
I must begin my search over a true and stalwart.
Okay, so he's still unchanged. So I'm guessing his questline is gonna continue eventually. All right. That's the case. Let's see, what kind of matter? Let's see if I can still talk to Tanith. Yeah, this lady, exactly. And see if I can still accept her offer.
What's this? Have you reckoned
Yep.
rising? Very well. Your decision is most welcome. Now you belong to the Volcano Manor family. The drawing room lies down the hall. Make yourself comfortable.
Drawing room.
The drawing room is... Use the key I handed you.
Okay, let's see if we can... kill this invader here. Or do they not attack me anymore because I joined the manor? Oh no. Oh, there it is. Inquisitor Giza. is this weapon is OP. I forget how OP it is. Like this combat art. It has died, Giza's wheel. Right, it's the Bloodborne weapon. It's literally the Bloodborne weapon. From old hunters. Great iron wheel lined with flesh-flying blades. Device of torture used by Inquisitor Giza. As the wheel spins, it causes severe pain and blood loss. The design was adopted for use as the iconic weapon wielded by Iron Virgins. Eesh. Yeah, let's destroy the manor, why not? Okay. So she wants me to go downstairs.
The drawing room is... Use the key.
Sure.
Someone please kill him. That horrendous serpent. Traitor Rykard.
Oh. Oh, it's you.
You're tarnished.
Is it?
Here to put the demigods to the sword.
Or not?
And please, kill the great serpent.
No, it's a different guy.
The one that devoured Praetor Rykard.
Oh.
I left the serpent slaying spear in the Lord's chamber. Worthy tarnished. Brandish the spear and run him through.
Oh.
The great serpent. That unspeakable monstrosity.
Is it Aldrich all over again?
To Rykard's ambitions, though blasphemous, marked him a worthy sovereign, but they were reduced to gluttonous depravity once he gave himself to
Aldrich.
the serpent. Whatever that thing is, it is no longer
Right.
Praetor Rykard.
I see.
Someone must kill him to spare him and his ambitions from further dishonor. Worthy tarnished. It is the only thing that can kill
really?
that horror. Run it through. It is the run.
Well, I hope I can wield it. Oh, so we can open some doors here. Ah, there you are. Right. He said he will join them, right? And here he is. Oh. Oh. It's a lot of NPCs. Well, I'm glad I joined.
It's you, is it? Well, nice to see you again. So you've been invited as well, I see. Then we're comrades in arms henceforth. You watch my back, and I'll watch yours. Yes? I can tell. You're wondering about Lanya. Well, you see, after much internal debate, I've come to realize revenge is not the answer. According to Lady Tanith, I've got the stuff of champions. And champions, ironic as it is, are oft forced to walk a tainted path. It hit me like a bolt from the blue, that my former thoughts were simple naivety. Of course my heart weeps for Lanya. That unfortunate incident was a cruel twist of fate indeed. But succumbing to the pain and sadness caused won't make me a champion, will it? Lanya knows this, I'm certain. Fate has laid hard roads for us both, but such is true of any road trod by champions. I always resented these hands, their pale complexion. A far cry from any warriors. The shame of House Hoslow. But that won't be the case for long. They'll be darkened by grit once I've set out on the path of champions. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood, after all.
Yep.
I always resented the pale but that won't be the case. They'll be darkened. The tale of how...
It's gonna be like here. There's so many fingers. Attempts invasion of other player's world. Recusant finger. Excuse me. Attempts invasion of other player's world. Says you arrive as an invader. Recusant. Instead of defeating the host of fingers of that world. Okay, so we can be bloody finger or recusant. Yeah. This fur finger is covered in snake scales. An heirloom of the Lord of the Local Manor, bequeathed to Tarnish, have become family. Pavel? What is that helmet?
You. What in heaven's name are you doing here? The Volcano Manor is a pit of recusants who spit at grace and hunt our own kind. I hope you understand the weight of my words. Well, as long as you understand what you're saying. I thought you were tarnished, bred by virtue. Perhaps playing that part led you to your doubts, I wonder. But know that the path you walk is blasphemy and leads only to a miserable death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that. This blasphemous path leads before you can.
Okay, who are you again? Did we meet?
Hello again, brave Tarnished. As a scout, I am pleased to see you again here at the Volcano Manor under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you tread the path of valor. Brave Tarnished under Lady Tanith's guide.
Okay.
Brave Tarnished under Lady.
Okay, back reinforcements. Oh, right. That guy.
This before you consider.
I always pale, but that won't be the... They'll be dark. The tale of House Hos...
Alright, well, I'm glad that I'm glad I accepted the invitation in the end.
Worthy it is the run.
Alright. Phew. Ha ha ha. I had a feeling there would be hidden paths inside this place. Because we have like shut door here, right, and stuff. Definitely felt that way. Wait, there's no lover here though. Is it supposed to be? Maybe later? Yeah, I still need to find Alexander somewhere. That's a good point. Good sword ahead. I don't like that. I hope I didn't miss anything. Already super interesting. Probably getting to the hidden room now, right? Or that closed door place. If I were to guess. Because we are circling around. Yeah. Attic Cookbook 21. Brave Perfumer Carman. Okay. And I love this game. So much to discover. Like one playthrough is endless. Just endless things to discover. I admit sometimes it feels a bit watered down, like especially in the overworld, but once you get to those good beats, it's good. Depraved perfumers practiced their art for themselves alone. Herman was a notably formidable perfumer whose strength rivaled that of heroes, and it is said that he was in search of a secret physic of revivification. Okay. We got Nomadic 21. Alluring pot. Oh. It's very late in the game. I should probably go out and find Alexander. So I don't break his questline. Paro. That's this guy. It's like forgot how to fight my own weapon. I'm just... I wasn't even trying, I was just... Yeah. Okay. Bloodhound close. Proof. Liver. Dieter. Oh. Interesting. Okay, before we go any further, maybe find Alexander. So I imagine maybe this is just Prison Town Church. Yeah, this is just part of exploration of this place, right? Because we could have entered it like different from a completely different way. Right, ignore the invitation and probably like turn everybody enemy here, like including Tanyith. So that might be just part of the normal level, which we don't need to explore necessarily right now. Definitely I want to find Alexander first before I do any more. Oh, he's gone.
I always resent pale, but that won't be the girl be dark.
This blast before you can...
Yeah.
Great and a lady.
Okay. So before I talk to her again, let's see if we can find Alexander somewhere. Oh, you are here too.
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. And here I thought Raya was barking up the wrong tree. All good though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together. Oh, and of course, we can do business if you like. Hatch's Emporium at the Volcano Manor. Especially for you. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor? I always hated the gibberish about lost grace and the laughable two fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her.
And Patches, you grew up. You're not just dirty cheater anymore. Interesting. Okay, nothing changed in his arsenal though.
Cheers for that. Forgot something on your shelf. No trouble. Try to find.
Check that room. That was empty. Now there's somebody there. That's not good. I don't like that. I don't like that because that kind of suggests we are missing an NPC here. That's supposed to be here. Now, where could Alexander be? Okay, I haven't seen him. Because here we cannot really enter from there because the I believe that the bridge was broken there. We couldn't jump up. Unless we could from here. Maybe? I'm not sure. So I think we are intended to go from here. And unless this route just brings me up here in the end. It's possible actually. See dark. Oh, let's look for Alexander just to make sure I don't screw up his quest line. And then we can go back to Lindell, I guess. And even before that, let me try again. Like, I'm gonna try every now and again just to make. Wait, what? Volcano Manor request Istvan. What? Oh, so they are sending me to kill people? Oh wow. Interesting. Jeez, this game is wow. There's one thing that annoys me, like in any previous Souls games, is that you are so stressed over not to fuck up your quests, right? I don't think if it's a necessarily good design that you're like, oh, like, am I going to break a quest line because I don't find someone in time, or I do something without realizing. That is something I wish wasn't here, I guess. There was more clearer, like what to do next. Or it wasn't so easy to break quest lines. I don't know. Yes, that's not working. Damn. Ain't working. Damn it, Vike. Where could Alexander be? This place is so empty now. Everybody left. Everybody's leaving Two Fingers. They like don't give a shit that I'm working against them, I guess.
I asked you, be thankful it is all that...
Sure. Just keep saying that, I guess. I almost wish we had like auto sprint enabled inside here. Okay, you are still gone.
Greeting, are you here for spirit?
Still say the same thing.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your arms.
Say anything. Nothing changed there.
No, how could I say? Father has now.
Okay. Nothing. Cool. So let's go here. Let's see, I don't know, maybe Alexander's somewhere here on the way to the Mount Galmir. Alright. That'll make the most sense. Pretty sure I haven't found him anywhere. Like, he would probably say something, right? So here's dialogue. If I were anywhere near him at any point. I think I explored like this zone pretty well. Like went through this whole path, went through this path, like went here and like explore all this. I think I explored this place pretty damn well and wouldn't have missed him, I think. Unless he's in a really weird spot. Let's see here. Panic stone. I can imagine around here. Voice rolling. Gazers, eh? Okay, there's also a seed, so this is a good sign that this is one of the intended paths. Because those seems to be as well kind of guiding here, right? If you see one of those, it means you're probably on the right path to somewhere. Just flasks. Where are we? Yeah, like I thought, we are just here. Oh. Monstrosity. Of despair. Oh yeah, those Alexander, where could you be? Oh, it ends here. Okay. Or, Can I? Yeah, sometimes it's just unreasonably hard to get off the horse. I swear. Butterfly. Oh. Seawater cave. was gonna say I doubt Alexander was gonna be here, but we already found him in a cave once, so it's not out of question. Poison. You good. After experiencing Lake of Rot, poison is like, yeah, whatever. Let's use this one. Oh wow, our our physics, classical physics already is outpacing the poison. So I guess the region from the physics is percentage based, and now it's basically better or stronger than the poison. Interesting. Or maybe we have more poison resistance or something? Interesting. Tracking you slowly, eh? You jump on this? Kinda? Really? Okay. Well, yeah. Poison is just... It really is kind of whatever. Revenge. Yeah, this place is big. It's a big, big poison cave. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, we got the mushroom set. Cool. Time for mushroom, indeed. I think I probably want to allocate more Ashen Estus's now. Since we are using more spells and stuff these days. This be mushroom. Oh yeah, lots of mushroom. I probably don't need like 12 heals. Maybe for certain boss fights where I suck a lot. I can just reallocate then, but otherwise, yeah. Oh, even deeper down. We got checkpoint soon. Alright. Wow, we are going down. We are going down. Poison dart. Oof, and 2 pals straight away. Maybe we'll get a location like this, but I realize we are really missing like kind of like the depths or the flame lurker tunnels style of location. Like really claustrophobic, going deep down underneath, like you don't know where you're going type of location. Like we got that a little bit with the Ainsel River and ants and stuff, but it wasn't really, you know, didn't really feel all that bad. Oh no. Those guys is that's the boss, you say? Huh. Oh. Might be strong because I'm bad at fighting them. Unit of Rod's Exultation. This one depicting the exhalation of pests. Rises attack power and poisoning or rot occurs in the vicinity. Rot for the Scarlet Goddess, or Scarlet Blossoms flourish in distant lands and return to us, the unwanted children. Huh. Okay. Here for 6 skill. Yeah. Okay. Just a little side poison cave, but not sure if it was worth 2 keys. Sure. Yeah, we got the armor set and we got the talisman, right? That's it. So 2 stone sword keys, a bit questionable. Depends how good the talisman really is. Okay, we want you now. Guess I could have just rested there. Okay, Sir Alexander, are you when you are here? I honestly might Google that. Just to make sure I don't fuck it up. Fortnite. Fort morning? Because I'm getting paranoid about those quests. Orba. There's a lot of messages here, but alright, well, I guess we are on the right track. Somebody's fighting there. Should really make a habit of resting at every race, because it's easy to miss dialogues if you don't. 'Cause every now and again there will be someone you can talk to there. Who's fighting there? Oh no. Not you. We always should have fought on a horse, I guess. There we go. Okay. No Alexander ahead. Just gonna Google it. Just to make sure I don't miss the guy. Like, I know he went to Gelmir, I know he's somewhere here. But knowing this game, he'll be like in a completely different location that I don't expect him to be. I'm just gonna screw up the quest or something. And I would like to avoid that, I think. This is the Fire Monk Keep or something. Yeah, that would make sense that the Fire Monks are from Gelmir originally. This is like their stronghold. Get stun locked. Alright, I'm just gonna check it. I don't want to miss it. I'll be dirty Googler. And Xander. Okay. So he's gonna be somewhere here. It's gonna be maybe actually around this area. What's this place called? Ah, perfect. Right. So he's gonna be somewhere here. Alright. Good. Good. So it's southeast where he's supposed to be. Somewhere there. Alright, but that's good to know. Didn't really miss him. What are we trying to do here? We have the fort. We can... Yeah, because if we do that, we just basically explore Mount Kelmir, right? Rather than there. Let me just try find that place where Alexander is supposed to be. Just later. I can just leave this whole place, basically, right? Back here later. Barrier of Dragon. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think Alexander is supposed to be here eventually. So we have his location nailed down. Right. Okay. Just do this so I remember. This, so I remember I need to explore. This whole area we need to come back to and explore. Okay. And meanwhile, we can come back here and do some more Leyndell before we do Gelmir, I guess. Alright, that's gonna be it for this session, unfortunately. So, see ya later. Hello again. So, I know I just said in the previous cut I'm gonna go and explore Leyndell now, but I think I'm actually gonna go and explore Mount Gelmir after all. Like, I did so much already. Like, I'm really intrigued about all the NPCs and stuff happening there. So, I wanna go there. I want to go and do them on game first in the end. Then we are going to do Lano. Like, it also feels more natural to me to do this first, I think. One night. Do I want night? And it's raining too. Screw that. Let's pass time to morning. I don't know. I think it just feels more natural to me to do this first. Also, just, you know, by the geography, it's kind of its own closed-off region. So, yeah, I wanna do it. I forgot about this thing completely. But it revives too. To this place now. Deal with this guy right away. Let's hit. Yeah. No. There we go. Made it. More? God damn it. Hate these things. Alright. That's better. That's better. Those guys are somehow different from the ones I met in Liurnia. Oh, they are. They have different attacks for sure. They have red eyes too, so they are more like fanatical stuff. Okay, presumably we have a boss here. A dragon to boot. So maybe it's actually a good idea to spend the souls. Alright, let's do that actually. I know we killed a bunch of stuff, but we can actually skip by it pretty easily, I think. Just skip past it. Be a lever. Hold deer ahead, play the checkpoint. Oh, it's an oddly a lot of messages. I wonder if I'm missing something here. Enough. A bunch more now for level. To our base strength goal. We're not gonna go beyond that. Our damage is pretty good enough, honestly, but the rest points we can put in vigor, endurance, and magic points and stuff, I guess. More versatile. Alright. Since we're fighting a dragon, presumably. Oh, it's one of those. Okay, so we're probably better off the horse. of HP. Actually a lot of HP, holy shit. Okay, what? It's my critical strike, there we go. Here, pop. Oh. I think I was stuck on his texture. Like I was trying to roll there desperately because I knew what was coming, but I couldn't. Yikes. Okay, that's a ton of HP this dragon has. So let's use some dragon wind, shall we? Now that we can make infinite amount of it, I think we can do that easily. This. Hi. No. I was close to being a complete failure because of the magma. All the magma. Shit, okay. I need to be careful. Like, magma kills really fast, as you would expect. Let's be a little bit more careful there with our combat arts and stuff, and be a little bit more patient. Basically, have to run around him a bunch, right, and not to get stuck in the magma. That's what we need to do there. For magma worm. Oh, hey. The pit by the end of that hitbox there. Yeah, because he's just rushing about spewing magma, right? And you gotta make sure you're not standing in that. Try to hit him, right? Being in the magma is probably not good either. Okay, come here. How about you come here? What the hell? Again, I was trying to dodge that. I think I rolled at a decent time, but because you're underneath his feet, and it's hard to time it, right? When you kind of can't see the attack. I guess I needed to run away. But then it's already kind of hard to find time to hit him. Because he does this all the time, right? Good. But that it does a lot of damage, honestly, but... Ooh. No. Come on, I need one hit. Hey, there we go. Hey, that was better. Great enemy felt. Alright. Hi. Wait, really? That was just a Dragon Heart for this fight? Like, that was a lot of HP. Wait, what? Hello?
Oh, mountain of fire! Bake me in your flames!
How are you? I hear Alexander, but I don't see him just yet. Ah, there you are.
Good sir. What business might you have in such a place? I hardly think you're here to temper yourself with flame. Your timing, though, is I've been making just the thing for you on my journey. Take it. I'm sure.
Char.
You know, it's hardly more than lukewarm here. I won't be able to temper my body such that it never crack. Perhaps I'll head eastward. There's an old saying I've caught wind of. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar.
To heal.
Perhaps I'll head east. There's an old saying. Above the lofty clouds, the icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame.
Alright. Okay, so he says he's gonna go east, and I guess the icy peak was there that I've seen that I wanted to go earlier. Problem is, Thorin is also taking damage here, right? Gotta be careful. Oh. Ow, how dare you? Oh, no. What the hell was that damage? Wait, I just realized I got like 20k for that fight? Like, that was a tough fight. Like, that was 20... That was so much HP it had. I'm pretty sure I finished this fight pretty easily just because my weapon is OP. These just do so much damage. And I used Dragon Wound Grease on top of all of that. Or maybe I'm just too low level for this fight, but if that was the case, I would go like a bunch more souls, right? So it doesn't seem to be... Or maybe I was meant to use a different weapon? Who knows? Maybe it's resistant to slash damage in particular. Mercenary Thief of Thief. Ivania, right? Secret. Therefore, secret required ahead. Ah. Cemetery, therefore, time for thief. Wait in my head, but that's third ahead. Oh, I left. Summoning. What's going on here? So basically, the whole point of Alexander coming here was to strengthen himself in the flames, the magma, but it's not going well, so now he's going to the frozen peaks in the east. Those bombs. Dealing some massive damage. Shack. Roiling magma. So let's check it. Oh, okay. I see. I'm gonna take care of the little guys first, because those bombs can easily kill you if you're not careful. Ow. Of course you can shoot, why wouldn't you? Oh no. I saw it coming. I still failed. Get back there. Let's get back on that horse quickly. Oh, they're all right. They are fighting the knights. Lane though, that makes sense. I guess that was a very adventurous knight that got really behind the enemy lines. Oh. Oh. Flower. That bomb does a lot of damage. That's a lot of HP. Okay. What? Can I get off the horse, please? Like, I pressed that button like 10 times, I think. What's happening here? So. Lovable sword. Huh. We'll come here later or something. It's possible. Where are we going anyways? Oh, are we going... Oh, we are going up here? Or is this its own place that's gonna end soon? Yes. Map player? Yeah, kinda. It doesn't look like we can come here. Hey, here's the... Right, perfumer's friends. We've been there. Trying to think about it. I think this is how we are supposed to actually ascend the mountain. Right, and we'll probably end up... Go through all this... And do like all this, I think. So we will have to go back and explore that fort. Perfect. Perfect timing. Two-lay crossbow. Check. Right. This is actually marvelous. Since now we can backtrack a little bit to here and explore the fort. I think I can remove some markers. Already talked to you. We explored this more or less. Now it's just the fort itself. Yeah, because from here we cannot scale the mountain further, right? So this is just the beginning of the route. Oh, you do that. Yeah, fun. I'm gonna infiltrate your fort in the meantime. Avo, is that you? Wow. Yeah, it kind of does look like not really have a more like whatchamacallit? Smoke. Also, he never stops, eh? Very much HP, no? Yeah, it's small, basically small. Yeah, it's basically small. Relates Inferno Crozier. Yeah, that's a hammer. Colossal hammer with the appearance of roiling flames, weapon of the prelates who lead the fire monks. Its head represents the weight of their guardianship. The hammer's head is unusually substantial, and strong attacks will fling foes into the air. Prelates charge, slam armament into the ground, create a surge of flames, and charge in. Oh, and we can wield it. Ooh, now that's a hammer. Now that's our striking weapon of preference, I think. Yeah. Yep. Nice. Yeah, and we can just keep doing that. That is hilarious. We can literally just keep doing that for as long as we hold L2. That is so good. And it doesn't cost FP to just keep doing that. So I can literally just run around like this until something throws me off. That's so cool. Okay. We've got to upgrade that weapon. We've got another weapon to upgrade. Yep, Visions of Pear. Where's Cookbook 7? Oh. Wretched Fools. What's that? They'll never find me. Oh. Ghost? Nice charm. Hey, hey, I'll survive. I swear it. I'll soon be back at the Volcano Manor. Huh. Okay. Because the ghost was saying that? So another scorpion charm. Yeah, fire scorpion ice. Makes sense. Here's some new description too. That's been carried by Assassin Strike Unseen. Is fair? Okay, so they all have the same description. Open chest. So I guess the Lanedale guy stole something from here. Oh wait, isn't this the where the fell god flame was and Adan stole it from there? The guy from the jail? Kinda seems about right. Right? Okay, well that was quick. This place was quick. Sure. There's nothing else here. Yeah, because if this is the place, you know, the fortress of the fire monks, it seems like it. It would make sense that they would be guarding the fell flame here. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep. Oh. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Nice. Alright, I believe we are kind of done here. Just gonna go and check on Alexander if he's still here. Or maybe he has some new dialogue lines now. I've collected everything here as well. No hidden paths or caves here. Right. Just check on Alexander real quick and then we can move on along the path. I'm still here.
Perhaps I'll here's an old saying. Above the lofty clouds, icy giant's peak doth soar. Here lieth the flame of ruin, which ever burning roars.
Alright. Alright, so we can now check. Yeah, that definitely looks like, I don't know. There could have been something there. Like an NPC or something. Maybe it will come into play later. Goats. Oh no. God. I have to deal with a combination of... Get out of the horse already. The reason will be hard to do so sometimes. Yeah. Are you having a good time? I think you are. What the hell are you doing? Jesus. He's having a hopefully good time, I think. Why not hitting it? There we go. Burned village, you say? Right, we made a full circle around. Since we started beneath this location. Group. Hermit Village. I guess it's more of those guys. Yeah. Are those literally children? God, now I feel even worse than usual dealing with those guys. Oh. Haven't seen one of you in a while. No jumping. A shard. Hiroda's glintstone crown. One of the glintstone crowns bestowed upon Rylakaria scholars who pursuits were deemed worthy. Increases intelligence and endurance to the detriment of speed. The crown of Hirodas was granted to scholars who engaged in nomadic study away from the academy. Huh. Nothing paid, you're beautiful. What? Beautiful item ahead, yeah. Oh, those village of those crazy girls originally? There's the big one. Errant Sorcerer. So this whole place is connected to sorcerers and Rylakaria somehow. We got this mushroom body set. Commonplace robe made of thick cloth worn by the errant sorcerer Wilhelm, one of the first tarnished to visit Roundtable Hold. Oh. A silent seeker of sorcery who had gone so far as to make contact with the primeval current, Wilhelm was led by guidance into confrontation with his friend Vargram. It is said that he was then taken prisoner in Roundtable Hold. Oh. Interesting. I'll try this armor. Oh, I kind of like it. I actually kind of like it. Let me wear it for a while. Kind of cool. reminds me about Selen. Like, she was kind of exiled as well. Maybe I'll try talking to her after this. See if she has anything to say. Have I read the Crucible Armor properly? Armor of Crucible Knights who serve Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Wait, wasn't that Godwin? I'm confused. It's Godfrey, Godwin. Something's not right here. Also, the power of Crucible of Light, the primordial form of the earth tree, strengthens aspect of the Crucible incantations. Yeah, makes sense. It's kind of heavy though. In time, the strength shown by these knights and even their appearance was seen as chaotic and deserving of scorn. Huh. Uh-oh. This is like a massive mage fight, kinda. Super annoying. Okay. Okay, we have to do this unlocked, I think, otherwise. It's gonna be rough. Terrain is also not helping here. Where are you? I literally just did this. Okay, that's great. It's impossible. It's really impossible without a shield, I think, or like being very, very agile and fast to getting to them. Probably should have chosen the Grace. But I need a faster weapon for this as well, like this is just too slow. I need my broken OP weapon for this. Actually, can I use this? Primeval Sorcerer Azure. It does have a lot to do with sorcerers and stuff, right? This stuff. Abuse where we start, I guess. The nuisances are out of the way. I can deal with this. Okay. There we go. Where's that? Alright, so what's up with you? Go ahead. Behold something incredible for magic. Okay, what happened? I could talk to it, but now I can't? Oh, Comet Azure. So it kind of crystallized, but he's moving. Was moving anyways. I'm pretty confused there because of the got the message, like what was going on. But I guess talking to him is basically just to get the spell. Legendary sorcery devised by Azure Primeval Sorcerer. Fires a tremendous comet in a torrent akin to the distant starry expanse. The blaze said to be the origin of glintstone. All to continue raising the sorcerer's power. When Azure glimpsed into the primeval current, he saw darkness. He was left both bewitched and fearful of the abyss. We also got the rolling magma. The sorcery developed from the magma of Mount Gaelmere, fires a lamp of condensed magma, yada yada. After discovering the ancient hexes of Gaelmere, Rykard, son of Queen Renala. Rykard is also son of Queen Renala, wow. Brought them back into practical use as a new forms of sorcery. They're all family. They're all family. Okay. Alright, let me finish my nice and tidy 40 strength. Then we can do 30 dexterity. Then we can see what next. Let me check on you. See if you have something to say now.
There you are. Shall we commence the lesson?
Oh, there we go.
Is this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azure. Master Azure was a founding glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice.
Oh. Tell me your story. There we go.
If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Carian royal family can rot for all I care. I want glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery.
Okay.
Perhaps this is a journey we could take together.
Sure.
Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher. I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lusat is another founding glintstone sorcerer.
Okay.
And like Master Azure, he was banished from the academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him.
Cillian Sealbreaker. Cillian. Okay.
I need him to restore the primeval current of glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now. After his expulsion from the academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid Wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
Was there a place like that?
After his expulsion from a place called Celia in the... Thinking about it wouldn't be too... You wish to... Indeed. After a place called... Thinking about it wouldn't be too...
Alright, well. Finally, she's activated. Took some time. Alright. Oh, this is Celia. but I don't recall any more closed doors there. That's the problem. Can release Master Lucette from his confinement. Glintstone key received from the sorcerer's cell and capable of breaking the seal that keeps Master Lucette confined. Celia, town of sorcery, can be found in Caelid. This key was said to have been found in the possession of Celia sorcerer. Let's go and see, I guess. I do not recall any more closed doors here or barriers or anything like this. So we must have missed it. It's gonna be the first time we will actually properly run around this place to look for this master. Honestly, don't recall any more places we haven't seen, or we couldn't enter, right? They were closed, or looked like a barrier or something. Around, it's not a big place. It's not that big of a big place anyways. We're actually gonna check everything properly. Yeah. Before I just could not be bothered to fight through all those invisible mages. They also look similar to like players' specters, so it's all that more confusing. A strangely tough dog. Okay, there wasn't anything in that part. We'll be back in the city center. So let me just check around this. Lusat, where art thou? Where art thou? Do you know anything about Lusat, actually? Now that I think about it.
Welcome.
No. Oh yeah, and I remember I need to go and kill a certain Crucible Knight down in Nokron. I completely forgot about that. Also needs doing. He's down there, actually. Think about it, although I do not recall any closed off areas or barriers or anything like this down there either. Okay, let's finish looking around the ground level. We can have a trip on the rooftops. Here's the painting. Nothing here. Hmm. There. Yeah. I guess actually the enemies help here a little because it's a good indicator where I already been to and where I didn't. Alright, so it appeared that on the ground level we actually didn't miss anything, at least not anything obvious. I think I might have missed those buildings. I think that's it either. Yeah. Alright, we don't appear to miss anything. guy on the rooftops. It's that place too, right? Should have been there and I couldn't. There wasn't anything up there anyways. Here we activated the portals, or portals, like the lit up the fire, which opened the secrets to this place. Missing. Oh my god, I didn't notice this. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Yeah. Gee. Okay, what the hell am I missing here? Where are you, Master Lusat? Nothing here looks like it could be entered anymore, right? There are no doors, nothing looks like it could be, secret wall or something. They said it's so obviously, right? No. Like it's here, but that you would imagine would be easier to find. Yeah, it's in Celia, right? Here's the key. Key to what? Where? How? Something so obvious, like doors like this are not really openable. It's so confusing, and I don't remember seeing like closed doors anywhere. So leads me to believe it might be down in Nokron? Like in that last gargoyle or belfry area? Actually, no idea. Hmm. Where could it be? Where could it be? In Celia, but where? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Kind of smells like that building, but I don't see anything there. Let's go up again. Already there's nothing on top of that. On top of those ramparts, right? We can see it from here. There's nothing there. You're really missing it then. Nothing here anymore either, right? So the plague, and it's not really connected, I think. Celia in a particular way, because this is just where Millicent was hiding. Hmm. So frustrating. Celia Gateway, Swamp Lookout Tower, Gory Shack. Huh. What is there? I forgot. Where did I left this there? Is there an enemy? Be right back. For the weeds. No clue. Actual no clue. What the hell? A gateway. Still think it could be somewhere here, I guess. It's all kind of considered part of Celia, I think. I don't recall anywhere to use a key. That's the problem. Don't think there were any doors I would have missed. There's not much going here. Oh, the chance gun. Maybe it doesn't respawn actually. Huh. Okay. That's it for this place, right? Don't necessarily have any doors or anything. Maybe down there, but then we have this tower. Kind of pseudo tower that also doesn't really have anything going for it. Definitely not a door or prison or anything like this. Yeah. Hit a cage, but it's open already, right? So that's not here. Actually, no idea. We also had this Celia crystal tunnel, but we also did all of it, and I also don't recall any closed door inside. We did the boss and stuff. Huh. Unless painting talks about that guy, because because we had paintings talking about. We had the paintings talking about from Laia Lucaria. They were kind of sort of related. And we have this thing here pointing us towards catacombs, which kind of, I presume, lead to the painting area. So it all kind of, you know, forms the breadcrumb trail. That might be it. What is this here? Oh yeah, it might be here actually. I think I have explored this area properly. Just explore around here. missed something here. I totally did. I totally did. Just running attack. 6 secret passages and time for cave. I see. Ow. Alright. There's always an easier explanation, as they say. Or as I used to say. Or I am saying these days a lot. Here's the goddamn face. Oh. 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 Huh. Interesting. Alright, yeah. Hey, here's where the big dragon is. Nice. We're on a big head of something. Trying to do anything here. Okay, let's go to the cave. So if you didn't have messages, right? Like, how would we figure out there's something there? Well, there's like a special enemy here. There's like a special grave here. And we know we are looking for something, so maybe we would think that there could be like a secret thing here, but I'm of a opinion that this kind of, yeah, say the hideaway. This kind of design is possible because there are messages and people can kind of help themselves out. Of course, there must have been, you know, a first player to figure this out, but that may have been, you know, accidental. Rather than intentional. A habit of always resting at all graces. Really, like even if it's not necessary. It's a few seconds more, but ensures we don't miss any lore tidbits. Guessing Master Lusat is gonna be here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, at this stage... probably kind of obvious, right? Like you can put only so many illusory walls one after another, but making it suspicious. Oh no, it's that thing, isn't it? See. Jesus. Stinks. Those ashes of war. I haven't felt the need to duplicate any ashes yet. Maybe it's because I'm using mostly unique weapons that don't require ashes to begin with. So I think it's also kind of design flow a little bit. Like, so far the unique weapons felt the best to me to use. So I haven't played with weapon art with ashes all that much. A little bit only. But I guess we are still using those weapon arts way more than Dark Souls 3, so that's a success, I guess, on the designs front, that they managed to make them incorporate them more tightly with the core combat. That's close. I almost ran into that. Into that crevice, I'm gonna lie. I have to go down there anyways. Right. Or rather. Oh. Up first, then we can go down. It's kind of cool place though. Ah, okay, okay. A bit confused, but supposed to come here. Follow the enemies. The enemies. This is a confusing place. To be a confusing place. Like, I'm lost. I'm already lost. Literally super confusing. Where am I? Super hard to navigate somehow. Something about this design that very hard to navigate. Thankfully, enemies help. Enemies help guide the way. It's huge. This place is to be huge. Gee. Here already. Upper ahead for first off circling around. Oh yeah. Just say so. But we have to jump on those crystals. Yeah. Jesus, place. Just a spear. Spear fashioned from pure crystal, a deed impossible for a human, and wreathed with powerful magic. Its attack scales with intelligence. The inscrutable crystallians have but one clear purpose: to safeguard the crystals unto the end. One theory posits that they yearn for the return of the creator who will carve for them new brethren. Alright. There's like a million hidden paths here. Okay. Can I reach one place? Okay, that's a good question. This place is confusing. I don't see any way here. Get there. Yeah, it is there. How do I? Aha! There you go. Nice. Stallion ashes. Now anything here literally could be an illusory wall. I mean, let's be honest, if you're playing without messages, like it would take you many playthroughs, I think, and many random rolls and wall attacks to find all of this. Or, I don't know, godlike intuition. We got it, we got it. Hopefully. Boss fight after all this, eh? Let's put on the good stuff. Get up. Let's put the hammer. 3 of them, wow, okay. Let's get the mage first. That's a lot of HP too, oh Jesus. Okay, this is clearly a high level area. Scarlet Rot! Oh god. Really? Okay, one down. Yeah, they're all putrid. They all apply Scarlet Rot, I guess? Let's leave the spear one for the end. Okay, need to get rid of the spear one. Just keeps doing that and gets in the way constantly. Like... Up this button, wrong button. This is annoying, holy shit. My god, those things are insanely stupid. This is so unimaginably stupid fight. Like, whoop, 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 whoop. How long do I have to run? Too bad. Such a stupid fight. Kind of want a shield, but at the same time want to be able to cast sorceries, right? Okay. So I have shield by default. Are they weak to anything? Fire, let's see. They're all sticking close together. Okay. I think that's our chance. We can get a few hits here. He stopped doing that. And he breaks through my shield so quickly anyways, like, what's the point of trying to block him? Good is pointless. It's good enough. God damn it! Like those two are insanely annoying. My god. Like how ridiculous is this fight? A joke of a fight. What an absolute joke of a fight. It feels so much like Dark Souls 2 fight, honestly. Like, what the actual hell? No joke, might be like the worst fight in the game so far. Like you're supposed to fight 3 enemies. Basically, all their gimmick is that they never stop attacking. They have like endless stamina. You're supposed to find like few openings to attack them. And they put Scarlet Rot on you. What? It's gotta be like the worst fight in the entire game. Why I cannot change the bloody camera? The lock on rather. Why is it so hard? Like they're so close to each other. This spear guy, whoever designed that, go to hell. This fight is a nightmare. A literal nightmare. Jump! Jesus. This was the worst fight in the game so far. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Ah. This was dung. Very much so. Doesn't look like we found what we were looking for though. Sorcery, but... Sorcery of the Mysterious Crystallians creates a massive crystal that fires off shards in rapid succession. The wrath of the crystallines encapsulated in sorcery. Each shard is of substantial size, making even a stray block capable of inflicting a severe wound. Okay. My god, never again, please. I hope this is the last of those. This kind of fights. Seek up. Okay, backtrack. I think I can backtrack here. Not that much justice, but... It can still be somewhere here. I wouldn't be surprised, right? Just earlier, and this boss area was basically like optional. Optional masochistic pleasure. Ugh. How's the chest? Backtrack as much as I can. There are a few tunnels I didn't take. Pretty sure. I don't really remember how far back they were. Yeah, we didn't go there, for example. Okay, we're back here. Okay, we cannot backtrack anymore. Yeah, we can explore it. There, I think. Or did we? We did not. Twilight, hidden path ahead, yeah. Can't make it. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, it's low damage. Sorry, I know you're just guarding here, but those are hands, you can see the item. Yeah. Here we go. Gotcha. Oh. Okay. Oh. Stars of Ruin. Guess you're dead? Huh. Well. You got your spell. Legendary sorcery devised by Lusad. Primeval sorcerers. Sorcerer, I'm pretty sure. Fires 12 dark shooting stars to pursue the target. The sorcery can be cast while in motion. When Lusad glimpsed into the primeval current, he beheld the final moments of a great star cluster, and upon seeing it, he too was broken. Going really deep into astrology here. Astrophysics? That was a hidden cave. It's one beast of a hidden cave. Oh yeah. Back to this guy. I think on here. We did. Right. That makes sense. So let me get back to... Where the hell was the entrance even? Here, see, anyway. Back to the beginning of it. So I think there are some pathways there I didn't take. Sure, there was at least one tunnel or two that I didn't take. Just so I don't have to ever come back here. Because screw that boss fight. That was horrible. That was horrendous. Yeah, like here. I never. Probably like small side rooms and stuff, but this place is just full of hidden walls anyways. Oh, so was that it? Oh, that was it. Ah, okay. Never mind. Never mind, we're good. Alright. Oh, there's an item there. Okay, so missed a few things after all. Oh, there's an item there too. Okay. Yes. Oh no, this is just the enemy. Never mind. Yep. Okay. We good. Good. Alright. Oh, that was good. That was good. This was a good discovery. Like, I never really ran around this place properly, I guess. Because I never seen this mage or in this graveyard here. So I'm glad I did. Well, there's... we're supposed to explore Mount Gelmir. We ended up doing a side quest. Kinda related to what we found in Mount Gelmir though, so... I guess that's that.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask. The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika. Past the plane of the wandering.
Yep.
Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
Will do.
Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. You have my gratitude. This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice and a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please, take it.
Started sharks. Really?
This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters Azure and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. If only I could undo these wretched shackles. My body is on the Weep imprisoned. Can you make the journey? I have something.
Yep. Jeez, you find this so early in the game, but you have to wait until you get all the way to Mount Gelmir in order to continue this quest, and you have to find really kind of go deep in there, right? As well. Gee. Finish soon, but I really wanna just do this. See what's up.
My apprentice. Thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you to look after. My primal glintstone.
Oh?
A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you. Myself.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Are you okay? Selen's primal glintstone.
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care. Treat it what you hold. Treat it what you hold.
Okay, what do I do with it? Do I bring it? Yeah, because there's one more similar body in the doll cellar, right? It's not from Senna's body. So in the source of Senna's body, seemingly half alive, blood vessels are visible within. In essence, a primal Glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If translated into a compatible new body, Selen will rise again. What do you think is distasteful?
Treated what you hope.
Okay, I haven't. Okay, let's go back here quickly, and then I think I'm pretty having a good idea where I need to go with it. Oh, right. Never mind. So let's proceed with the plan immediately. Nice. Pretty sure that is where we need to go. Yep. Transplant primal glintstone. Oh, that was easy.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been?
A few minutes.
Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again, and it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my primal glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the Academy to expel the Karian royal family and restore the primeval current. My dear apprentice. I owe this all to you.
Well, she was kind of working against Rani, I guess, but Rani's off summer doing bigger stuff than this. She can has the Academy. She can have the Academy, no problem, I think.
Finally, I can to expel. As thanks for procuring this new form, I'll be holding you to a higher standard.
Okay.
You wish to resume? Have I not been strict? You wish to? Have I not been?
Alright. Cool. Alright, and with that, we finish our quest. I'm happy. So see you later.